Hello everyone, today I'm here to talk about my May TBR. I'm sure you've heard of me talk about how excited I am for May for reading on this channel for quite some time, and here it is finally here and I am super excited. I have a ton of new releases that I literally can't wait to get to. Sadly, I don't have any of them yet because I am filming this a few days before May begins, so forgive me, but I will insert pictures. But let's talk about my reading plans because I am very excited for them. I only have 5 books set in my TBR and they're all new releases. And 5 books is kind of not a lot. There are a couple that are really big books, and they are books that I like to take my time with. I don't like to fly through them. I really like to savor them. I like to read them slowly because I love them so much. So I've only set 5 for my TBR, and I'm okay with that because I'm excited for every single one of these books, and like I said, I want to take my time savoring them. The first book I plan to read comes out on May 2nd, and that is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd and final book in the Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. Not final technically, this is going to be the final book with our main characters. After this book, I believe she's doing a spin-off. We don't know of who yet, but there will be a spin-off within this world, so that's always awesome. But again, it is the sequel to A Court of Mist and Fury, which was my favorite book last year. Court of Thorns was my favorite book the year before. I love this series, if you can't already tell. So this is my most anticipated read of the entire year, and it is here, and I'm so excited for this book. It's ridiculous how excited I am. I'm hoping a lot of things happen. I hope a lot of things just resolute. I mean, Ryzan. That's the main reason you want to read this series, is for Ryzan alone, because he is just everything amazing. So I am so excited to read this book. I'm probably going to reread it. I sadly did not get to reread A Court of Mist and Fury before the release, but I don't know. I bet you as soon as I finish Rings and Ruin, I'm going to want to reread this one and then reread Court of Wings and Ruin again because I bet they're going to be amazing. The next book on my TBR also comes out on May 2nd, and that is Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. You may have heard of this author before because she wrote her debut novel, I want to say either last year or the year before, and that was The Girl on the Train, and I read it last year and I actually really enjoyed it. That book gets a lot of love or hate. Either you really like it or you really don't. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great thriller. As someone that's not into thriller, that wants to kind of get into more thrillers, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to read her newest release, Into the Water. And this one, I don't know too much about. I know it's about this town and this death happens and his daughter has to move in with her aunt, but her aunt has to come back into this town, which she never wanted to come back to. So I don't know. It's like this town's river has a mystery. I don't know. I think thrillers is kind of best to go into not knowing too much about it because you want to get surprised and you want to get suspenseful. So I'm excited for this one. I haven't read too many reviews on it, which is a good thing because I want to go into it with fresh eyes, not knowing much, and just have a good time. And yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get into more thrillers. Like I'm trying to ease my way in because as somewhat of a scaredy cat, like I want to ease into the waters of it, but I'm excited for this one. The book I plan to pick up after that also comes out on May 2nd. May 2nd's a big day. Like, it's a big day. I can't wait to walk into the bookstore and just like throw money everywhere. Be sad about it because the money's gone, but be happy because I've got some awesome books for it. So it's always a win-lose. Win because you got great books. Lose because you don't have much money in your wallet anymore. That book is Always and Forever Laura Jean by Jenny Han. The 3rd and final book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. That was kind of hard saying that, but it's the sequel pretty much to P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is just a cute contemporary series. I'd highly recommend it if you're looking for something sugary, sweet, and just overall adorable. It's about this main character, Laura Jean, who always writes letters to boys that she loves and stashes them away under her bed, never to be sent, and then one day she comes home and they've been sent. So it's about that. It's mainly about Laura Jean and her relationships with her family, with her maybe boyfriends. It's just really overall cute, so I can't wait to read this one, and it's perfect timing because I'll be reading such a heavy fantasy with A Court of Wings and Ruin, which does have a lot of steaminess in it for sure, and then I'll read a thriller mystery with Into the Water, so I'll definitely need something like light and fluffy to pick me, like to, you know, make me, I don't know. I like to try to balance out my reading, I guess you could say. I'm not sure. The next book I plan to read is The Flame in the Mist by Renee Adahi, and this comes out May 16th. This is the first book in her new series, duology, trilogy, I don't know. I loved her The Wrath and the Dawn duology. It's one of my favorite series duologies I've ever read. This is all about, I want to say basically, it's pretty much a Mulan retelling. That's all you really need to know. It's about a girl that has to go undercover to try to figure out why somebody's killing, why somebody wants to kill her. And it just sounds amazing. Like I said, I love the author, so I really think I would like this one. It's like it's going to be a kick-butt female story, and it's a Mulan retelling, so I don't need much more. Sign me up. I am there for it. And the last book I plan to read is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Claire. This is the second book in the Dark Artifices series, and again, another one of my most anticipated reads of this year. This is the sequel to Lady Midnight. If you can tell, Lady Midnight is huge. Like, this book was my biggest book last year, I think I read. This was close to 700 pages, and I want to say the second one's either over 700 pages or again close to it. So, like I said, I got two really big hugger of books for May, so I'm going to take my time and delve slowly into them. I loved Lady Midnight. It's my favorite first book of a Cassandra Clare series. I just enjoyed it, so I can't wait to read Lord of Shadows. It's going to be amazing and awesome. Action and romance and, you know, fighting and all that awesome stuff. So those are the 5 books I plan to read. By if some sort of miracle, I finish them all before the month is over. I do have another book set aside just in case for that, but I don't think that's going to happen because I feel like I'm going to want to take my time slowly with those. But it could happen. I could fly through them. I could just be like, give me all the books, because there are a lot of good books. And when you read a couple of good books, it just sets you right on the tone to have a great reading month. So I have a 6th book picked out just in case I do that. And that is The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. This comes out May 16th. Bloomsbury was so kind to send me a finished copy early, so thank you so much, Bloomsbury. But I'm excited for this one. I do plan to read this. If I don't read this in May, I will definitely be reading it in June. Emery Lord's 4th novel, and I like Emery Lord. I think I didn't enjoy her first book, but I enjoyed her second and her third books, and I've heard this is her best one. Everyone that has read this so far said this is a gut-wrencher, heart-wrenching book. It's all about Granny Lucy. Her mom has cancer, but she usually goes every summer. She usually goes to a church summer camp, but her mom doesn't want her to go to that this summer. She wants to kind of expand her horizons, so she goes to a camp for kids who have been through tough times, and then things happen. I don't know much about it. I don't want to know much about it. Like contemporaries, I go in those kind of blind as well. I've just heard this is such a beautifully sad book almost. A lot of people just love it and they say it made them cry. So I'm sometimes in the mood for a good cry book, and I think this will be that. And I'm excited to read it because I've just heard so many good things about it. So if I don't get to this in May, it'll definitely be happening in June. This will definitely be read. So those are all the books I plan to read in May. Like I said, it's going to be an awesome reading month, a daunting reading month, because we've got a lot of, like, I know it's only like 5 books technically, but 2 of them are going to be huge. I'm still excited for them, and I can't wait to read every single one of them. Like, it's going to be an awesome reading month, and I cannot wait. Please let me know if you're reading any of the same books I am this May. I'm sure a lot of you are, and that's always awesome. We can always talk about them on Twitter and Instagram and things like that. So, and in the comments down below, so let me know. Comment, and let's talk about it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe to see 3 bookish videos from me every single week. I will see you in my next video.